Hi, and welcome to the Watts Family Murders, Unraveling the Tragedy. My name is Jay from Jay is for Justice podcast, and I am your host of the audio-only podcast On Air with Jay is for Justice. Welcome to On Air with Jay is for Justice, where we delve into the most perplexing cases in recent history. Today, we are diving into the chilling story of Chris Watts, a man whose outwardly picture-perfect life hid a dark and sinister reality. Hello, listeners. I am your host, Jay, and in this episode, we'll be exploring the timeline of events leading up to that shocking tragedy that shook the nation. In our last episode, Chris Watts was leaving Colorado to go meet up with his family in North Carolina. Shanann and the girls pick him up from the airport. That night they spend at Shanann's parents' house, and Shanann notices that something is off with Chris. He is acting cold towards her.
Hey. Airplane. I know.
The first full day of the family back together was Wednesday, August 1st of 2018. They are at Shanann's parents' house in the morning, and then they drive to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, to stay in a beachfront condo. This was where Shanann and Chris stayed when they first got married, and it is the girls' first time seeing the ocean.
Hey everybody, so this is the girls' first time to the beach. And they're running from the ocean. Warm up period. Fifi wants to go, but she wants Bella to go with her. Come on, girls. Come on, Cece. Come on, Bella. Come on, Cece. Come on. Is this your first time to the beach?
Come see the fishies.
Look at the fishies.
Come see the fishies, Celeste. Come on. Come on, Belle.
I do miss the Caribbean Ocean where it's clear and blue. I said I miss the Caribbean
Oh, I know.
and all the Caribbean Ocean. It's crystal blue. The water is actually warm. Come on, girls. They're scared. This is their first time to the ocean. Cece wants to do it, but she's really wanting Bella to do it with her. She's getting braver and braver.
They spend the time in Myrtle Beach with Shanann's mother and father. Walking around on the pier, the girls jump on trampolines and they swim in the ocean.
Do it, Cece. Go in the water. Come here, Cece. Cece, come here.
Here it comes. I got you, baby. Here comes another one.
Get it, Cece.
What are you running to? Water. Water. Come on, Celeste. There you go.
It's their first time, Catherine. They've never seen the ocean. It's a little salty, Cece.
Not what you used to, huh? It's not like the other water, huh?
That's hilarious. Alright, you guys. We're gonna go and play with them a little bit. Cece's starting to get brave, as you can see.
what should have and could have been a nice little reunion for Chris and Shanann, bringing their girls to the very place they got married and showing them the beach for the first time. But that wasn't the case. Shanann was feeling very sick, and she said in a text message to a friend, "I've never felt as bad as I did last night and this morning." She also said in the following text message to a friend, "I was trying to wait till kids went to bed to talk to him, and he was being impatient with kids for no reason, and I flipped. I said, since you've been here, you haven't touched me. I kissed you at the airport, and that's it since then. The kids are not coming to you because you have been on edge since you got here. You're normally goofy and playful."
What you waiting for? Get up, stretch out, get on the floor. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. It's a brand new way. What you waiting for? Get up, stretch out, get on the floor. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. Hot dog, diggity dog. It's a brand new way. What you waiting for? Get up, stretch out, get on the floor. What? I'm just trying to...
"We've been separated for 5 weeks, and I just want to hold you. I told him I'm happy for his new lifestyle, but when he pays more attention to labels, since he's been here with us, I have a problem with it." After Chris flew to North Carolina to join his family, in the initial days of August, tensions began to escalate within Chris's family circle, colliding head-on with Shanann's concerns in what would later be downplayed by Chris as NutGate. This is audio from Chris's second confession in March of 2019.
Really? Anger from you or anger from her?
I think it was more anger from me and more like desperation from her because she wanted to fix it. Yeah. She knew if something wasn't right. Like when the whole thing with my parents happened with my parents called it NutGate.
What happened?
NutGate.
What's that?
With the peanut.
Oh, yeah. With her family?
Yeah.
Pistachio ice cream or whatever.
Yeah, somebody call it NutGate.
I haven't heard that.
Yeah, I guess what people are calling it. Okay. But that was like another out. Maybe I could have just stopped everything with Nikki and just kind of concentrated on helping whatever happened there. Because Shannon had a story, my mom had a story. Whatever happened, I probably asked my 10-year-old nephew. Probably can tell me what actually happened.
Well, they both have their feelings for good reasons, and they both didn't see it the other person's way. And
yeah, and maybe I didn't talk to my parents from then on until August 6th. And my dad took that whole week off.
You didn't talk to your parents from then on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because Shanann was do not talk to them, do not call them, do not do anything.
Is that what she said?
Yeah. And Cece's birthday was 17th, but I think the actual birthday party was a couple days after.
In August?
July. Yeah. And my mom or my dad was going to go, but then there was a post on Facebook about allergies and stuff like that Shanann made, and my dad was no, I just can't do it anymore. Just because
he perceived that as her taking a shot type thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She always says she never put those posts directed at anybody, but she had a method.
If you read them, you know who she's talking about.
She had a method to the madness, and you can see it. Mm-hmm. But I wish I could have just took more time just to fix that. Because I wanted my parents to be involved. Since the whole wedding thing, and then up to that, it was my mom and my sister were always combating with Shanann combating with them. Mm-hmm. My dad was always cool. He's just like me. He's just go with the flow. I just want everybody to get along type deal.
Chicks, man.
I loved your dad.
Oh, he's the best.
Isn't he? I loved your dad.
I'm sorry, keep going.
That's cool. I just wish I could have, just when we were in the beach in August, my dad was supposed to took the whole week off just so we could see the kids and see me, grab a cookout at my sister's house or something. And then, but we just pretty much spent 5 days at the beach and Shanann like booked it, so like, I mean, I don't want to say like punishment for them not to see the kids, but like I wanted them to see it, see them. I wish I could have fixed all that. And I even like when I was at the beach, I told Shanann that it was more like what was going on was more like I feel like, because my dad's my hero, I feel like I've lost like something in my life. I haven't been talked to him for 3 weeks. I haven't been to see the kids for 3 weeks, FaceTime or anything. And I wanted them to be able to have that relationship. And she was pretty much gung ho, and like she tried to kill my daughter by giving her pink. I was like, I don't think she gave it to him.
And that was that her stance? Is that your mom
put something in front of Cece?
Like to kill her, or
no, just like
didn't care,
like
didn't pay attention.
She thinks that allergies and like this state of age is like people think, oh, you're
like
fine.
It's made up.
Like
kind of thing.
You'll be fine. You'll just have a rash. You'll be fine. I've seen Cece, like the first time. Well, I've seen a picture when she had a cashew the first time. It wasn't good. And then she had kiwi the second time, and then the same thing happened. And I know it's real.
Do you know it's serious? Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like it wasn't like her throat like closed up, but she broke out in this full body rash that looked really crazy looking. And luckily, like nothing with her throat like happened. But
So did that make you angry at your mom for doing that?
Yeah, I mean, I was just like, Mom, you just gotta. I told her you need to think. You need to like pay attention. Just because another kid can have something doesn't mean another kid can have something. Because like we were at that birthday party at Jeremy's that Sunday. And they had this cake there. Like, Bella wanted it so bad. I'm like, can't give it to you because Cece can't have it. She was like, okay. And all the other kids were like, they can't have the cake. Like, I just kind of took them off and gave them some, one of those frozen pops or something. But, it's just like she had to learn that just because one kid can have something and there's another kid that can't have it for a legitimate reason, like, she couldn't have done it, but, that's the kind of talk I had with her. When Shanann called me, I think it was maybe like middle of July or something when she told me all this had happened. That's when I called my mom and talked to them for a while, and then they're just like, they just couldn't deal with her anymore. Shanann just kind of like, they like flipped out. My nephew told Bella to go hide behind the curtain because I don't think your mom was going to let you come over here again or something like that. So it got heated. It was bad.
Really?
Yeah, it was like a last straw between them, I think.
Like in the same room or over the phone?
No, they were at
they were
my mom's house. Yeah, because Cece and Bella and my niece and nephew were there.
Okay.
How did Shanann find out about the ice cream thing?
Because Shanann was there, and I guess they were all sitting on this couch. It was kind of like a U, and my niece went into the kitchen and she knew where the ice cream was. She'd been there.
So it's not like your mom gave it to her? Like she got her own ice cream?
She went in the freezer, got it, went out, and sat beside Cece and started eating. Oh. But like it's just a matter of like Cece could go like like that. I don't know what would happen if she just got it on her hand. Right. But like I know on like the prick test on the back, it's like a well.
So were they staying there at your parents' house during that time?
Yeah, it was. So they would go from from Sandy and Frank's house for like a few days or 5 days, and then go to my mom and dad's house for a couple of days, back and forth.
Okay. So it happened during that time when they were there, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And so there were so many things that happened, weren't there? There just were little tiny ingredients to this recipe.
Yeah, nothing like...
It's nuts, Chris. I mean, it's just so many things just didn't go your way.
Everything was like somebody was stirring a pot, and it was just...
Yeah. Exactly what it was like. So then,
the dispute stemmed from Shanann's accusation directed towards Chris's family, alleging their negligent exposure of their daughter, who suffered from a nut allergy, to one of her known allergens. This accusation became a catalyst for a heated exchange between Shanann and Chris. As she expressed her disappointment in his perceived lack of support towards her in confronting his family over the matter. We've heard different renditions of NutGate. Chris's best friend, Mark Jameson.
What were Shanann and Cindy fighting about?
She said that, and this was coming from Cindy, that Cece had a food allergy to chocolate. And I guess Cece ate a whole bowl of Hershey Kisses, and Shanann came into the living room and was just yelling at Cindy and, telling her she's trying to kill her baby or something like that because of the food allergy. And Cindy had no idea, and she claimed she had no idea about it. And they had this huge argument, and she ended up kicking Shanann out of the house, telling her, to leave.
As the conflict deepened, Shanann began confiding in her close friends, expressing growing apprehensions about the state of their marriage. She said that Chris seemed distant and uncharacteristically indifferent, describing him as, quote, not like himself. These conversations unveiled Shanann's mounting concerns regarding Chris's apparent detachment from his responsibilities. She voiced worries that he was relishing a carefree bachelor lifestyle, frequently absent from home during her pregnancy and the upbringing of their daughters, leaving her to shoulder the burden alone. In another text to a friend, Shanann said, Chris is a ducking asshole. In the middle of me verbally talking to him, he thought I was done. He said, I'm going to go sleep with girls, leaving me to sleep on the ducking couch. My fucking back. I sat up last night and held Celeste because of an ear infection. My back and neck are throbbing. She tells this friend, she asked Chris, why did you get me pregnant? I thought you wanted another baby. What the fuck? Why did you want another baby? To which she said Chris replied, I wanted a boy. Shanann asked Chris, why are you married to me? And Chris replied, because we love each other. Shanann says, you can't look me in the eyes. Chris says, it's midnight. It's now Sunday, August 5th, 2018. They pack up and drive back to Shanann's parents' house in North Carolina. Shanann and Chris are barely talking at this point and only communicating via text message. Shanann's text to a friend. Drove 3 hours in silence. I told him to find a place when we get back, and I'm putting house on market. He said nothing. I said I wouldn't change anything. I had the balls to protect our kids. I told him he doesn't have the balls to protect our family, and that's the truth. I need to move out of Colorado. Too expensive to live alone with 3 kids. I'm not moving to North Carolina. This is not the man I married. I mentioned I saw his dad texted him, and when I texted myself the pictures of the girls from his phone, his dad's message was gone, deleted. I'm not living in lies. He said nothing. Shanann continues talking to a friend about what life will be like after a divorce. Shanann says, I don't even know where to begin besides find a place to live where I have some kind of support. I'm going to start selling things at the house when I return. Take kids out of school to save money. His family gets what they wanted. Monday, August 6, 2018, Chris, Shanann, and the girls visited with Chris's grandmother. Chris would then spend the day alone with his family. They weren't talking to Shanann and had missed Cece's birthday party, so things had gotten really bad between them. Chris would also write an odd letter while at his parents'.
To whom it may concern, if anyone gets this letter, I would never do anything to hurt myself, or my children, or my wife. If anything happens to me, please investigate my wife. Chris Watts.
On their final day in North Carolina, Shanann's mom, Sandy, gave Chris and the girls haircuts in the morning, and they flew home at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. In our next episode, we're going to start diving into that sinister week when Bella, Celeste, and Shanann disappear. Thank you for listening, and make sure to check out On Air with Jay is for Justice podcast on Apple, Spotify, and any podcast player.